2 weeks. Look at this. It says right here, a government shutdown. The Senate voted on a GOP funding bill and it failed for the 10th time. That just happened today. What you need, if you are a SNAP beneficiary or you know somebody that is, you need the United States government to fully open up. Because according to reports, the United States government doesn't have the ability to go and use other funds and reappropriate this to SNAP benefits. It needs Congress to vote on it, which means millions of Americans are about to starve. Let's get right down to this because this is a huge concern.
Which won't be a really bad thing because, as you can see, America is fat as hell anyway, so they need to go on a diet.
That millions of people are wondering what is going to happen. I told you this a couple of weeks ago. On day one of the government shutdown, I said SNAP benefits is fully funded through October. And even though SNAP is a mandatory program, the problem is that money has to be appropriated for the government to use it for SNAP. Well, it hasn't done that yet. That's the reason why. So, October payments are still good. But come November, we could start to see partial SNAP payments or, and this is a huge concern, all payments will be suspended. Just look at this. This is an article I was reading just today. It says, Minnesota to stop processing SNAP benefits amid a federal government shutdown. It says right here, the Minnesota Department of Children, Youth, and Family says they're being forced to stop processing Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits or food stamp applications.
I tell you, man, I just can't wait to see the look on these dumbass bots' faces, man, when they don't get paid no more. You know what I'm saying? When the Section 8 runs out, they ain't got no SNAP balance. You ain't getting their little gift cards no more. All that running around chasing people you was doing, it was all in vain. You dumb ass son of a...
Starting Wednesday because of the government shutdown. That Wednesday was yesterday. They've stopped food stamp applications yesterday because of the shutdown. Well, it goes even further than that. Look at this. It says, federal government orders Texas to delay November SNAP benefits amid the shutdown. Look at this. It says, millions of Texans who rely on SNAP benefits could face delays next month after the federal government instructed states to hold off on sending November payments. And they're saying because right now the USDA has a money problem. They have insufficient funds to fund everybody. That's 42.
No. What did he say? He's America got him. What did he say? No, we got a gang stalking problem.
Payments. And they're saying because right now the USDA has a money problem. They have insufficient funds to fund everybody. That's 42 million Americans. They cannot fund every single person's account. As a result, they could either pretty much give you a reduced payment, reduced benefit, and make it up in a future month, or, and this is the concern, they will just suspend everybody's payments and you'll get it in again, maybe December, potentially in January or February, whenever the United States government decides to open up. Yeah, that's the concern. I want to show you a few things though. Look at this. It says warning over SNAP benefit delays as shutdown drags on. The U.S. Senate has voted 10 times as of today. Okay? 10 times. And they have yet...
And the date for y'all that want to know is 10/16/2025. Okay?
Yet to be able to open up the government. Okay? Look at this. It says right here. This is as of day 16, which is today. The Senate failed to advance a Republican bill to extend government funding and to end the shutdown for a 10th time on Thursday. It says the vote was 51-45, but they need 60 votes in order to pass this. The Senate also voted on a long-term appropriations bill to fund the Pentagon. Well, that failed to reach the 60 vote. Didn't happen. And that's something that the Senate Majority Leader John Thune wanted to get done, because this would ensure that U.S. military actually receives payments on November 1st. And if you didn't get a chance to watch my video that I did earlier on today, I talked about how the federal government could end this shutdown. We could see this end and everything go away, but it might push all the way up until November 1st as a result of two things. One, the Pentagon needs money to pay our military personnel. The next payment comes on November 1st. So that's a Republican priority. Well, what's a Democratic priority? To ensure that people on SNAP receive their full benefit amount. That also is coming November 1st. So we'll see what happens there. I do want to read something else to you, though. Right now, there's a lot of people questioning what's going to happen, who's going to receive this benefit, who may not receive any at all. But based off the statements that we've been getting from White House officials, the Trump administration would feel somewhat uneasy if only certain people got a full benefit amount. And so here are the different options that they're discussing, I guess, at this time. One is they give SNAP doesn't have as much money as they need to send out to 42 million people. They are going to have a insufficient funding problem. They do have some money. So the question is, do we send out let's say it's 20% of our funds. Do we send that out to the 20% of the individuals, the households, and we give them 100% of their benefit amount? Or do we take the full amount that we're getting and we give that out to 42 million people? Okay, just divide it amongst everybody. So you go from certain people receiving 100% of a benefit, and then the other portion of them receiving nothing, to every single person receives a certain percentage of their benefit amount based off whatever's in the coffers at the time. The other one, and again, this is the concern, is that we may see SNAP benefits get completely suspended for every single person, meaning 42 million households do not receive a single dollar.
And that's the whole plot right there. See, y'all don't understand. Y'all fail to realize. I just happened to look over here and seen this shit, man. I know this is all the subject complete, but this shit popped up. Trans Muslim, man. There's some crazy shit going on over here, boy. And some people still don't believe that we ain't in tribulation days. But anyway, let's get back to the SNAP. Is the reason why I think. Look at the name. Remember, English. The English language is a bastardized a language, and they named it SNAP, and the minute people go on SNAP, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna SNAP because when they find out that they ain't got no SNAP, when their SNAP balance is zero, you know what I'm saying? So this is all, and then I don't know if y'all seen the video. I'm gonna post that in another clip. But the guy was talking about, the real ID. They're already pushing it, talking about you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell. Like, they literally blatantly saying right in your face, you know what I'm saying, that you can't buy or sell, or if you can't get a job, if you don't have the real ID. So this is all coming together, like it's just slowly just creeping up on us. But I'm not even gonna say slowly no more. Right now, back in the day it was slowly, but now it's like here now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of conscious folk was waiting for this day to arrive. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was doing the homework back in the 90s, reading all them books, and, y'all knew about this. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all them folk. I mean, so we're here now. This is 2025. This is not the 90s. You know what I'm saying? We are here. Ain't no tribulation coming. It is here. It is now. Every time you turn around, you hear some crazy stuff. They still talking about this Atlas coming. I hope it do. I hope the Atlas come and drop bombs on this motherfucking planet. Blow this bitch up. I swear to God, I hope so. Because it don't make no damn sense for everybody to be bodified like the way it is. Especially by us being in the age of Aquarius and the age of technology. And everybody just blatantly stupid. So I hope that Atlas will come and drop some heat drop some flame. I don't give a damn if I got to die in the process. Kill all this crap. Knock it all out, man.
in SNAP benefits. That's the concern. So, which direction we go, honestly, I don't know. But what I can tell you is that there's a lot of discussions happening right now. Some people are very optimistic that the federal government is going to open before November 1st. If this is the case, you don't have to worry about your SNAP benefits getting cut. But if it's still shut down come November 1st, you may not receive a single dollar in November. You may have to wait until December, if not even longer.
So therefore, it might not be no Christmas. It might not be no Thanksgiving. Should I say Thanksgiving first? Might not be no Thanksgiving. Might not be no Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It might not even be Halloween. Is it gonna be a Halloween? Everybody lost their job. They ain't got no money for candy now. They ain't got no money. They ain't got no money to go buy a bunch of candy for your kids so the teeth can fall out. You know what I'm saying? Feed them a bunch of candy so the candy can feed the candida, which is the parasites. Can I get a no there?
Here's the other problem. Based off what we're hearing, is if the federal government is still shut down on November 1st, and let's say it goes until November 15th or 16th, a month from now, which means that's going to be, 40 some days in. If this happens, according to a report that I was reading just this morning, it is saying that the federal government wouldn't actually send SNAP benefits in November. It wouldn't send you the benefits midway through the month. It would actually wait until December and send you a double payment. So here's my question I want to ask you. If you are currently receiving SNAP benefits, do you have enough in your account in order to cover all of November, okay, without receiving any more money?
You know damn well ain't got enough.
That's the big question. And again, I brought this up 2 weeks ago, and I said that
look, I'm gonna keep it real with you. A couple years ago, people was selling. In the past, people was selling EBT like it was bottled water. Before you can walk with somebody, matter of fact, you ain't had to walk with nobody. People walk up to you, like, yo, I got food stamps for sale. You know what I'm saying? In this day and time now, ain't nobody selling no damn food stamp, player. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you could easily get 100 food stamps, $100 worth of food stamps for $50. In this day and time, somebody will look at you like you crazy. Tomorrow, I'll give you $50 for $100 food stamps. Not in this day and time.
The federal government is shutting down. You need to ensure that you are using your money wisely because your payments may stop. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Here's the other thing.
All this has to happen. This is all biblical. This is all prophecy. This is the end times. So all I'm telling you is brace yourself for it. It's like you on a roller coaster. You know how it takes this time going up, and it's going up, and it's going up, and it's going up, and it takes this time. But you got all that time to brace yourself for that fall. Once you get to that top, you already know it's going down, player. It's going down basement.
Somewhat concerning, but this is what a lot of people have been warning of, is that the Trump administration asked several states, well actually every single state, to send in food stamp recipient information. Look at this right here. It says at least 27 states turned over sensitive data about food stamp recipients to the USDA. It says since late July, most Democratically led states have refused to give in to an unprecedented demand from the Trump administration to turn over personal data or personal information on federal food assistance recipients going back to 2020, including their names, dates of birth, home addresses, social security numbers, and benefit amounts. It says, yet most states with a Republican governor have already complied. What's happening right here is the federal government, specifically the Trump administration, wants to ensure that SNAP isn't, just being taken away by waste, fraud, and abuse.
Let me stop it right there because I'm running out of minutes, man. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, man. Holla back. Shout out to Snyder, man, for the reports, man. I appreciate you, man. Keep us informed with what's going on with the beast.